4 games.
Seems like Montreal has found their #1 goalie. Elaine Chuli has done a really good job backing up Desbiens this year. Chuli has played in 8 games, but with Desbiens being the national team goalie for Team Canada and really hitting her stride down the stretch run, looks like she will be starting for Montreal come the playoffs. Again, Montreal has clinched the #2 seed. Boston is still alive, but their playoff berth is not guaranteed. They work through. Rattray left side, and Desbiens makes the pad save. Rattray gets it back, hit the playoffs, and hit the ground running.
Well, yeah, they've been playing a lot of hungry teams on the way, so that really helps you get into that desperation mode, that playoff mode. They were the team that knocked New York out. They ended New York's season. That was a team playing desperate hockey at the time. They've also played Ottawa and now Boston, so they're getting a lot of good high-pressure games.
Dribbling puck comes all the way into Frankel, but she was ready for it. Able to just flick it out. Montreal doing a good job extending these ozone possessions as Knight tried to sidestep around a defender, but Tabin quickly walks in and slings it around the boards. It's picked up on the other side by Rattray, who had a great chance right before we took the break. Just over 11 minutes gone. Here's Dubois. Backhand shot, Frankel!
Replay, I don't think that was a penalty.
Keller off of the face-off win, flicks it in towards the end boards, and it's picked up by Madison Bazal. Montreal with speed, works through, but the pass intercepted. Nice job by Brandt. Brandt leaves it for Babstock. Babstock, she scores! Might have been tapped by Knight, just snuck inside the post, and Boston has the lead.
The will of Babstock starts this play. She was just added to Boston. She signed a 10-day standard players agreement on April 21st. She drives the net and she gets the puck out in front. It looks like Hillary Knight gets the last touch, and as you can see, it comes across, and Knight able to reach the stick out as far as possible and poke that in past the toe of Desbiens. But really credit to Babstock just bringing the puck into that area at all. It makes its way past Poulin.
Just have a rolling puck. Beat Desbiens. Beautiful passing and a goal! Elena Mueller doubles the Boston lead. Right on cue.
David, this all starts with a face-off win. This ends up with possession with Boston, and shortly after they get possession off the draw, Elena Mueller puts the puck in the back of the net. You see the fight off the draw. Mueller helping to get that free shot. Pops it back to her, low slot. She lifts it in, and Desbiens didn't have a lot of time to react.
That's textbook passing off the face-off win, and like you said, with Murphy down on her backside, Mueller had.
Yeah, so Mueller starting to get things going again. 2 goals since the international break now.
Boston has 5 of the last 6 shots on goal, and they've scored twice in that stretch. We've hit the final minute of the first period. Boston controls their own fate. With a regulation win, they make the playoffs. Loose puck, it leaked out. A lot of bodies in front, including Hannah Brandt and Hillary Knight once again. As Boston wants more. And more in. For Montreal, it's Stacy, Ambrose, Poulin. And looks like the last is O'Neill. Pardon me, it is David. David now stops behind Desbiens and passes back to Ambrose. Ambrose leaves it ahead for Stacy. Stacy had it taken away by Megan Keller. Keller looks to move with speed to the open ice and intercepted, intended for Hillary Knight. Or Stacy picks it up in the corner. Montreal, cross ice feed, a big shot. Frankel makes the chest save. She goes post to post and seals off Tabin. Stacy now with it. Stacy has it poked into the neutral zone, and Montreal has to get back on side.
Not only did Frankel get across so fast, she also took away that angle. She came out and challenged the puck a little bit, didn't leave any of the net open to shoot in.
Shots are even, 13 for each side. Montreal had the first 5 scoring chances. Then Boston responded with a flurry at the end of the first period, scored both of their goals with less than 5 minutes to go. in the first. Beautiful feed into the slot for Keppel, and her shot is flicked to the outside. Mariah Keppel, an unsung hero on this Montreal team. That one caroms up and into the glass. Off of the stick of Maureen Murphy. Murphy gets it back. Dribbling puck to Frankel. And again, steered into the corner. O'Neill pushed down by Morin. The puck will slow down with it. Just 15 seconds left in the matching minors to Daou and Brown. Tapani with speed. Tapani looks for Mueller just out of her reach. And Boulier leaves it for O'Neill. O'Neill past the red line. Puck goes end over end past the blue line where Alina Mueller picks it up and moves up the near side. Passes it out to Fratkin. Fratkin will dump and chase after it. Fratkin gets it back. Nice passing here, but just off of the stick of Shirley and now loose. Agia as it come loose to Boulier. Boulier pushed off the puck by Sophie Shirley. She's logged some great minutes in this one. Agia now with it. Just tried to drop it into the opposite corner as Boston keeps it moving. Centering feed hit off of a stick. And again, Karam to the outside. Fratkin absorbs a hit from Daou. And Shirley back with it. Sophie Shirley played her college hockey at Wisconsin. Babstock now with Boston in the midst of a change. Brown shoots, and it's deflected wide. Ran into some traffic in front of Desbiens, and Brown was eyeing her second goal. Shirley bounces down and off of the pad of Desbiens. Desbiens recollects herself, and Montreal finally gets it out. Frankel puts her paddle on it.
Desbiens was actually looking for a penalty there as Babcock kind of bumped into her. Babstock bumped into her on that last net front play.
And Renee Desbiens from Claremont, Quebec, had 18 saves in her only start against Boston. Knight! Oh, what a feed! Megan Keller finishes it off. Boston pouring it on. They're up 3-0.
Boston is imposing their will in this game. That was just a hard work, hard effort play from the neutral zone all the way to the finish. And it's two of Boston's best. Hillary Knight setting up, Megan Keller driving the net as we're going to look to watch how this all developed in the neutral zone. Hannah Brandt takes the contact but gets the pass to Hillary Knight. And just in the nick of time over to Keller as she was heading back door. Pops it once again just over the pad of Desbiens.
Gorgeous feed to the opposite slot by Hillary Knight. Picture perfect, able to sneak second win over Montreal this year. Interesting note, this is the only team that they play 4 times in the regular season. They have played every other team 5 times. That's just the way that the schedule breaks. You get 24 games in the regular season. And starting next week, we will have semifinals in Toronto and Montreal. They have locked up home ice for the semifinal round. Each of those will be 5-game series with the winners squaring off in the final PWHL Championship Series. Winner will get the Walter Cup in the inaugural season of this league. Babstock left it back. Nobody home, though, trailing, and Brandt picks it up.
Hillary Knight was actually right in the area, but let it go, thinking someone was going to grab it at the point, but it split both defenders.
Picked up by Brandt from her knees. She left it back for Knight, and it's taken away by Leah Lum. Lum from British Columbia, played with the Toronto Six last year in the PHF. That one slammed off the far side boards and picked up by Lum into Frankel, and she'll slap it out towards the corner. Shirley takes a hit, and Agia picks it up. Lexi Agia on the outside, shoots, and it goes wide to the opposite slot. Agia now in on the action against the boards, and she comes away with the puck. DiGirolamo tosses it over to Morin. Morin on the goal line. Back to Agia. Agia to Brown. Brown flings it in, and it took a redirection up high. Emily Brown has been more and more potent on the offensive end. Found her first goal of the season the last time Boston played at the Tsongas Center. That was in a 2-1 win against Toronto, the #1 seed in the playoffs. Here's Pelkey. Amanda Pelkey to Morin. Morin winds up and Desbiens makes the save. They have drawn the most penalties though, so they've had the most opportunities on the power play. This takes a funky bounce and it finds the back of the net. Montreal is on the board. That one took about 3 turns before beating Frankel. It's 3-1.
And that's exactly why you can't take penalties against this Montreal team. For Grit Mendes, that's her first PWHL goal. She came close a few other times, but she's able to poke this one in. As we get another look, it's a point shot that comes through. It beats Aaron Frankel, and then Grit Mendes, just for good measure, poking it in at the last minute. That was going in either way. It might have actually already been in, as Fracken tried to reach her stick in and pull that off the goal line to help make the stop, but it hit Fracken in the skates, and that's what that redirection was out in front of
Her first career goal in the PWHL and the most recent of Montreal's power play goals this year. There's a big hit by Keller. Arms stay down. As slow to get up is Tabin. Big shot from Boulier, and a redirection sends it into the glass. Pelkey will smack it down the length of the ice with 45 to go.
Crowd mad. They thought too many players on the ice because Tabin was trying to get off, and it hit her as she got onto the bench. Another player was already on the ice.
Boston fans have been loud. Keppel tees one up. They score! Montreal nets their second power play goal. This is Mariah Keppel. It's a 1-goal game.
Montreal doing it 2 power plays in a row. This is exactly what Boston didn't want to get into penalty trouble. This is a power play that has been deadly. 9 power play goals in the last 5 games. You see Courtney Kessel shaking her head there. She's upset. And Frankel wanted to have a talk with the refs as well. We'll see if she had anybody touching her in the crease. It looks like David was out there, but Frankel right there at the top of the blue wanted goalie interference, but so far hard to see anything that would warrant that, and it doesn't look like they're looking at. And we're being told from downstairs that they're looking at too many players on the ice, but that's what Courtney Kessel is wondering about from that last play, and that's where some of the frustration comes.
Kessel looks to be pleading her case to see if it is reviewable to assess a too many men on the ice. The goal will stand. 3-2 the score.
A little bit had a good offensive zone shift, was trying to take momentum back.
Montreal wins the face-off. Keppel, pardon me, Stacy tossed it in. And the puck won back by Montreal. Stacy again. Stacy back to Ambrose. Ambrose extra pass, runs into traffic. They score! Aaron Ambrose has tied this up. 3-3, 3 minutes to go.
That hurts for Boston. Coming into this third period with a 3-0 lead and giving it up with the extra attacker on the ice, Poulin with the goal, but Desbiens had just come out of the net. It was, for that face-off, it was 6-on-4, and that hurts Boston's chances right there. If they were to win in overtime, they would not automatically make it in, as we get another look at this goal. Originally blocked by Knight, but Poulin follows the shot and lifts it up over the glove of Aaron Frankel.
So it's Marie-Philippe Poulin with the goal. Assist to Aaron Ambrose. 2 minutes left in regulation. Will these two teams go to overtime for the 3rd time this season? Or is there a goal left? Here's Stacy all alone. Opts not to shoot. Keppel, and it's blocked by Keller. Mueller, open ice. Mueller all alone. Alina Mueller. Oh, saved by Desbiens. Ozone faceoff won by Boston. Less than 90 seconds left in regulation. Fracken. She scores! Kaylee Fracken
with the redirection. Boston back in front.
The crowd has erupted here after Kaylee Fracken scores to make it 4-3. This shot takes a redirection out in front. It hits off the back of Boulier and goes into the net. Not a whole lot Davienne can do about this one, but it beats her right by the glove. And Kaylee Fracken, who was in the box for one of those power plays, was sitting after the penalty. Gets her second goal of the season in a key moment. Only 1:20 left to play. Boston still with a chance to win it in regulation. Right away.
Keller fighting for it at the blue line. Montreal with possession. Cross-ice pass. 20 seconds left. Brown. She got it out. Boston fans rise to their feet.
That could be a big difference.
Lexia Gia takes the face-off for Boston. It's won by Montreal. Thrown in. And Boston has secured a berth in the inaugural PWHL playoffs. Kaylee Fracken, the hero, with the game winner.